Okay, I had a video that was like almost done being edited, but I just didn't have time. Life is just really getting the best of me right now. So, even though half of you guys are not on right now, I just wanted to record this video before I get out of these feelings that I'm experiencing right now. So, thank you to everybody who followed up with Zara and her hospitalization. She's actually sick again, and we just got back from her doctor, and she's pretty much got the same issue. Her fever is a 102.5. It's been like that since this morning. They put her back on antibiotics, and they're still running tests. She might have another UTI, but that's because like her anatomy when she was born, her ureters are a little straight when they're supposed to be curved, and then that can cause some pee to go back into your bladder and your kidneys and stuff like that and cause an infection. So it's only been 3 weeks since her hospitalization. I hope y'all can hear me. It's only been 3 weeks since her hospitalization, and she's sick again. So her is still at 102. They injected her with some kind of special medicine that they had her on the whole week she was in the hospital. So her doctor just gave her some more of that, and we're going to go pick up her antibiotics. So, on top of me having to deal with her being sick, and I have no more PTO because I was off work for that week with her 3 weeks ago. So I have no more PTO. She wants me to stay home tomorrow to like monitor her, and I'm torn between. I mean, obviously my daughter's health come first, but then I have a really, really, really like stressful job on top of that with stressful deadlines, and I know I'm gonna do what I have to do for my family. And I mean, if I gotta miss the day, I gotta miss the day. But I just wanted to let y'all know, like, she is sick again. Hopefully, we caught it before she even has to be hospitalized again. So she is back on the medication. I'm laying down because she was just nursing. I have been so busy with trying to run my pop up shops. I had to, I've embroider and do things like that. So I've been trying to find a way to make extra money to be able to support, the household. And I don't know if you guys know, we're trying to buy a house, and it's some crazy stuff that's been happening with that. And I've been debating on sharing this information because I'm not the type of person to like out people. I've been through a lot of crazy shit my whole life anyway, but like I just ain't the type of person to out people. But it's getting to the point where it's like I don't do anything to anybody to deserve the treatments that I've been receiving. You know what I'm saying? So it's to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna call it how I see it. It is what it is. So we was in the process of buying a house, and everything checks out as far as like me and my husband. We both legit. We both work. We don't need anybody to do no kind of scam or anything. We don't need anybody forging no kind of money, no kind of income, no kind of check stuff. Like we don't need any of that. Like we're legit. But and we did everything we were supposed to do as far as provide all the paperwork to everything to check out. And because my investigative skills, like I was able to catch a scam in the works, and I was able to catch it before anything happened. So we're no longer working with those individuals anymore, and luckily we didn't lose any money in the process. But having to start over, and it's no secret for those who have been following our journey over the years. Like we've been trying to buy a house for several years, and every time we take a few steps forward, something happens, and then we're forced to take a couple steps back. So now that we got everything we need and all of our ducks in a row, we found a property that like we really like. And obviously, like, we don't have the full asking price because this is a seller's market, but we offer what we could. And we're finna lose a deal over $7,000 because the sellers don't want to come down more than what they have, but we can't come, go higher than what we have because that's all we have, and we're about to lose a whole deal. I even went as far as wrote a bio letter about my family. And like, I'm not the type of person, like, I'm not about to just write a letter and show you my family and like kind of explain who I am and what we do or whatever if it wasn't something that I felt would kind of like paint the picture of the people behind this number, that we're presenting. So like, we presented this letter to the people that we like or whatever, and the property that we like, and they liked it, they loved us or whatever. They was coming down on the price, but then at the end of the day, it's a seller's market. So they think we're playing hardball as far as like we're not trying to go higher, but we're like, yo, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We really don't have it. So we're losing a deal on a house that we really like and we really feel will work for our family, over $7,000. And it's like, if it's meant, it will be. But like, on top of dealing with the baby's health, on top of trying to buy a house, on top of trying to make extra money to cover some things because I was off of work, on top of trying to, just run the household and be a mom and be a wife and be a full-time employee at an organization. It's just hard, and I find myself in my feelings. You okay? I find myself in my feelings a lot more than what I should be. And I'm sitting here reflecting. I was just talking to my sister, and I wasn't going to share any of this, but like, I need to have an outlet. So I was talking to my sister about my feelings and how like I've been messed with like since I was a kid. Like in high school, something happened to where I had to have surgery on my wrist as a result of working at this location. So I had to deal with that as a minor, and I've since been diagnosed with carpal tunnel, and that's what I've been dealing with since I was like 17. And then I get to college, everything was fine or whatever. I get to graduate school, and then like I had a whole issue happen with a stipend program. I had a field instructor that was not, me and her didn't click, you know what I'm saying? And before I was given the right or fair due process, like I was terminated from my stipend program, which contributed to adding another year of tuition onto my graduate degree. And that was the whole point of me going to school for this, so that I can work in a helping profession. And I lost my whole stipend because of a supervisor and my disagreement. And instead of them switching me supervisors, they just completely terminated my stipend. And it was 4 months prior to me graduating with my master's degree. So I almost didn't graduate because you got to have like internship hours and all that stuff to be qualified to graduate. So I almost didn't graduate 4 months prior to graduation, but God is good, and I was able to secure another internship, and that's where I worked at up until I changed jobs 2 years ago. And then I just get to this other job, and that same field instructor is a supervisor at this new job, and everything I feel is fine, but it's just so crazy how things keep coming back. So, and I'm just struggling between life and balancing all of the challenges that come with being an adult and being a mom while you're trying to do good for your family. So it's just some other stuff that happened in between those times that I just don't want to out people like that, because I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just trying to reflect on like the whole, all that to say is I don't do anything to anybody to deserve to be treated like this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm to the point where I'm not trying to have this cold demeanor, but the next person that try to play me, I'm not sure how I would react because I'm already a feisty person. I'm not sure how I would react because they just probably going to come in and do something at the wrong time in my life, and I'm already fed up and at my wit's end with a lot of things that's happening, that they just might get cussed out or cut off completely early. So I'm just struggling emotionally, financially. I'm just trying to do what I can. We both work, and we both doing whatever we need to do. My husband work a lot of OT. I work some mandatory OT too. You know, my business is very important to me. My dream is to have my business work for us than me having to work with somebody else, but we're not there yet. So I don't know. That's just where I am right now. So that's what's going on with us in our life. That's why I kind of been absent, dealing with her health, dealing with all of this stuff that comes with life and trying to buy a house. So thank y'all for listening. It was a little rant, but that's just where I am. If you have any questions, y'all can comment down below or hit me up privately if you have any questions. If you do believe in supporting small businesses, my Etsy is linked in my homepage. But yeah, thank you.